Hey guys, JC here, taking my turn at our Throwback Thursday feature, and I am going to introduce you to Miss Nobody. I can't think of the name of the game off the top of my head, but I'll have it down in the write-up that I'm going to do after this video. And guys, I'm in love, totally in love. She came in this box, you know, your basic standard box. It's got a huge window in the front, sunroof, little windows on the sides, and this medium-sized window in the back. She's good to look at from any angle, so I really appreciate the effort that they put into getting all of these windows in the box, on the box. The inside, she comes with in the standard clamshell plastic hold it thingness to keep her safe from harm. And she's really pretty. Listen, hear that cheap plastic sound? That's her base. Absolutely the most hideous thing I've ever seen. Has her name imprinted in the front, and it's just such a tacky looking thing. It just takes away so much from the figure. I know we don't get them for the stands, but still, it just, yuck. But it does have one redeeming quality, and that's this guy down here. I'm sure that in the game, you know, it has some sort of deep, profound meaning. But to me, it just is a really weird, cool-looking guy. I'm not a fan of tentacles. They kind of creep me out, but this dude's got like his tongue coming out, which is still pretty creepy, wrapping almost all the way around him. But the cool thing is these little blue drip-like things that are dripping up. You know what? Anybody who can make stuff drip up is cool in my book. From there, we're going to go up to the boots. And I think they're a little too fuchsia. I don't know. The color is a little disconcerting to me. But they do have these cool little tiny spurs. They don't spin, but they're just a nice effect, as is the cross on the sole of her boot. Like I said, the name is imprinted on the base, so this would be the front of the base, and all you really get is a nice shot of her behind, which it's not a bad thing. It's rather shapely. And speaking of that, she's very well proportioned, extremely so. Her breasts, okay, they're a little big, but they're not monstrous like some figures, which works for me. And okay, cool feature of this figure, her boobs are squishable. Why? I don't know. Some guy somewhere said, hey, let's make squishy boobs. And they did. They're not as squishy as the breast on Hypernurse Milky Way, which we did a write-up for recently. But they're still, squishy. I don't know. Her colors are rather subdued. I know I said the boots I wasn't happy with, but the rest of it is pretty nice. I particularly love the colors on the cape. The matte black with the white highlights, and the underside is this really cool burnt orange that just really works well on this figure. And again, the cape, I love the fact that it's layered on the shoulders. That's just a really cool touch. Very nice, very classy. The hat with the skull and bones would make any pirate proud. And she's smoking her little cigarrillo like any good Western hero would. She's got a scarf around her neck that matches the color of her hair. And speaking of hair, some of you guys may know that I have a thing against hair seams. They drive me nuts. I don't know why they're there. There's got to be a way around it, other than putting a hat on them. But in this case, thanks to the hat, you don't see it at all. And it really is beautiful hair. It flows so nicely along with the cape. There's a lot of motion captured in this figure. They did a really swell job on her. She's wearing this leotard kind of thing that just sort of fades away into her nether regions, and it causes a bit of camel toe. Not big, not, you know, something that's going to frighten you, but it is there. And you know, if you really want to get a close-up of it, check out the gallery. You can get close-ups of the whole figure. You can see all the little details and nuances that I can't capture in the video. One thing that's really impressed me is the use of this. This is called a pepper box, like, you know, salt and pepper. And these are pretty much the precursors to the single cylinder revolvers that we're familiar with. And you know what? It's not something that I ever expected to see outside of a museum. So I think this is a really cool touch. Whoever designed this figure did some decent research, and that's just a really cool touch. And then in her other hand, she's toting this huge Army Colt, which it was a big gun at the time. Well, I guess it is still a big gun. But they did a really wonderful job of rendering it. I'm really happy with it. You can see the details in the photos in the gallery. And here's your little holster. And if you put this bad boy in the holster, it's gonna reach down almost past her knee. That's how big that thing is. So this is a very strong young lady to be able to handle both of these weapons at the same time. Just beautiful. She has this little hooky thing here that would be a zipper pull if she were wearing a zipper, which I guess maybe that is supposed to be a zipper top. But if it is, holy cow, it would kill her boobs. Was she worth it to me? Yes, absolutely. You can still find, she's 2, maybe 3 years old. You can still find her fairly easy. The hard part is finding her at a good price. But gotta tell you guys, she is absolutely worth the effort, and she was absolutely worth the investment. I am so happy to have this figure. So very happy. And again, take a look at the pictures in the gallery so you can see the close-ups and a lot of the detail that I just can't get to you guys here. Yep, so anyway, this is Ms. Nobody. And I hope you guys like her as much as I do. So thanks for watching, and thanks for reading Tomopop. Bye.